Welcome to Garage Gains. I'm Trey, and we're going to experiment with partial rep training for quite a while. I'm going to document all of it. So one of the main goals I have here is to minimize joint pain, see if it actually improves gains, and see how strong I can get with a partial range of motion. So I have numbers set up, and I'm going to try to see if I can still maintain my current strength while I do this partial rep training block, I should say. But we're going to get right into it. A little bit of this video is going to be me talking and then some B footage and some voiceover. So welcome in. We're going to run this experiment. We're going to see if we're going to make gains on just partial reps. And not the lengthened partials either. The partial rep range of motion that I feel most comfortable with. So we're going to try that one out. So it's going to be about 30 days. I'm going to try to film every workout. I'm going to keep you guys posted. So why am I doing this? I'm doing this mainly because I am just beat the crap out of. As far as every joint goes, I think I have pain in all of them at this point. That's just 15 years of lifting will do to you. We think it's supposed to be safe and you're supposed to come out of it unscathed, but you don't. I have a ton of other prior injuries too. Again, not making excuses, but I'm trying to train. I'm going to get into a portion of my life where I'm trying to train my actual muscle belly instead of putting it through the full range of motion just because someone said, oh, you got to lock out, or you got to bring the bar this far. So I'm going to do ranges of motion here that align with my body, and the forces that are in play are going to line up with my actual muscle belly and insertions there. So in my first movement I chose for chest was going to be just some push-ups here. So I'm going to blend my calisthenics with this too. So all my calisthenics movements, I'm going to try to do partial ranges of motion. And I found on the push-ups that not so much in the stretch of the pec do I feel my chest in these, but it's more like the middle 1/3. I don't know if you can see it right there, where I'm not going all the way back and I'm not extending my elbow all the way out. I'm right in that middle sweet spot. So if you can imagine this on bench, it'd be similar to like 2 or 3 inches off the chest and then not locking out. And then I do experiment with faster reps. Like right here was perfect. This is a perfect range of motion. I felt this only in my chest. And the pump was unfreaking real. And I wasn't as winded. So the target muscle got smashed. I wasn't winded. And it felt freaking great. And I am going to go into my whole training split I'm going to do for these next 30 days. And it's going to be mainly upper body. About 60-40 of my volume is going to be, 60% of my volume is going to be for upper body, 40 is probably legs. I'm happy in my life with how my legs are developed, and there's some parts of my upper body that need more developed. Just on a personal look standpoint of how I want to look. It's not based on what anyone else has said or has told me. This is just how I would like to look. So it's all personal. It's all me. It's all my thinking and my doing here. I'm going to rest a minute before I do pull-ups. But first impression of the push-ups, doing partials like that. Whew. I'm already feeling quite good. Quite good with a good pump. So the next movement I'm going to do for partials training is ring pull-ups. Yeah, I'm not doing the lengthened partials, as you've noticed. I'm not doing what everyone says to do. I'm doing partials in the range of motion. I feel the movement working, not just arbitrarily doing excessive range because science says you grow in a stretch. If that were true, all the yogis in the world would be super jacked, and they're not. This is what it is. Safety is paramount concern. Don't overstretch. Stretch the muscle, contract it. Now on these, I don't know if these are going to be easier or harder doing partials. But we're going to see. And see we do, ladies and germs. So on the pull-ups here, I'm trying to do the same thing as I did with the push-ups here. So this range is more in the bottom half than the top half. And I'm just pulsing them out. And I was able to do more like this than I am strict. And that just makes sense. Okay. If you're doing shorter ranges of motion, you will be able to pump out more reps. And what I found with this workout was I was able to do a lot more sets, which I also think makes more sense because you're not putting that muscle through. Well, how I felt was the muscle was getting targeted, but I wasn't doing the quote unquote objective full range of motion with the movement, thereby adding more muscles into the equation I don't want in there. Like I don't want these targeting my biceps. I don't want this to put strain on my shoulders and elbows. I wanted this to strictly hit the upper part of that lat, which was the only part that got pumped. So I am already a big fan of doing partials in a way that is healthy and promotes musculature in your own body. And I think that's what we all need to get in our heads with training is you only have one body. You only have one lower back. You only have, one spine that can withstand on so much stuff. So it makes sense to me that we do exercises based on our anatomy and run it through that way. Here's a video of me facing you guys. So yeah, any more higher would be bicep. Any lower would be more strain on my shoulder. So this right here, just this pumping motion right there, that is straight freaking back of the lat right there. Felt really good. I was burning. And I didn't feel my arms give out first, but my actual back is what stopped me from doing the pulls. Ooh, and here I did some dumbbell curl. I put my back up against the wall to mimic an incline. So those who don't have an incline bench, if you put your back up against the wall here and do inclines like this, mimicking an incline, keep your elbows back, and I'm just rocking it. It seems like a full range of motion, but some people would say, oh, you need to get the dumbbell up to your freaking ear. But dude, I'm just cranking these, and it feels amazing. So if you don't have incline bench at home, boom, throw your back up. You're good. My legs are out in front of me. Felt amazing. So like I was saying earlier, the split I'm doing is mainly going to be chest, back, arms, and then legs. All typically on the same day. So today was just the push-ups, the pull-ups, these dumbbell curls, and then I'm going to do overhead extensions seated. You'll see those too. I filmed those. I also did more standing hammer curls. I did them externally rotated, so I really, if you imagine it, I put where my palms would be, I put them way out to the side and then curled up that way. Felt really good to get some external rotation in there, and that's a good way to. It almost feels like you're doing shoulder cuff exercises, like you're doing rotator cuff exercises, like with a cable or something, or a dumbbell. Kind of feels like that, but you're doing a curl too. So like, feels really healthy on the shoulders, in my opinion. Alrighty. So for triceps, I'm doing just overhead extensions. It's one of the easiest movements I could do in the garage. I could set up like a close grip bench or I can lay down and do these, but this was just easier there. The chair was already there. The dumbbells are in my hands. Good to go. I just ran with it. And I'm just pumping them, man. Just greasing that groove, getting the pump in there. Felt really good. Range of motion is not very big. Again, this is my video vlog of doing partial rep training for over 30 days. And I might stick to it because, like, after day one, I think I'm already a believer, man. Like, it felt good. I didn't feel any joint pain. I felt it all in the muscle tissue. And I think we need to take notes on people that advocate for this because, I want to be training forever. I want to be training in my 50s, 60s, 70s. And if avoiding certain walkouts because they hurt, I'll do it. I won't do just the typical arbitrary movements because that's what society has told you to do. I'm going to do movements that work for me going forward. And just because something looks flashy or, you got a number on a lift, you're going to post it because it looks cool, like, great. But I'm going to start training exclusively for me now. I'm going to do what I'm going to do. But if you're going to like this training vlog and video like this, please like and subscribe and come back for more. I'm going to be documenting this whole thing. So I'm going to show you some growth. I'm going to show you some numbers. I'm going to keep it nice and awesome and frosty for you guys. I'm going to love to hit up these garage gym workouts more frequently. I'm going to update you guys on how sore I get. I'm going to tell you just about everything. I want to see where my strength goes, how I'm going to progressively overload this. I don't think I'm going to get too sore because I'm not really stretching the eccentric out. I'm excited to where this is headed. Stay tuned, guys.